Good evening, or hello, or good afternoon, whenever you're watching this. Hello, thank you for joining us for the first one of 7 this week for our 3-year anniversary celebrations. So, what we're doing, well, 3 years we celebrate on Sunday the 26th, and what a 3 years it has actually been. I've been going through my phone in the last couple of weeks, looking at some of the things that my memories from the quiz. A lot of you have been sharing yours, and it's incredible some of the stuff that I've got in there that I've forgotten about. I've got some screenshots of some of the incredible messages and things that you guys have sent through as well. So it's been a bit of an emotional roller coaster over the last couple of weeks putting all of this together. But hopefully you will enjoy what we've got this week as we celebrate 3 years of quizzing with you all. To kick it off tonight, I decided that I'm going to take you back over 2 years, to be honest. So I canvassed a lot of opinion from some people who played the quiz and some of my, trusted sort of inner circle, and said, in your opinion, what was the finest quiz I wrote? And there was only one answer that came back. Yes. Back on the 11th of February in 2021, I broke the mold from what I normally do. It was still 5 rounds. There were still 50 questions, but it was the greatest connection round ever. 49 questions. What links all of the answers was question number 50. Now, if you played this back in 2021, you're going to know what the link is. So that's fine. But how many of those questions can you actually remember? Because I've redone the first quiz now. I've done that 3 times. I've put that quiz back out for anniversary celebrations, etc., which I'm not doing this year. I am changing it, but I've put that first quiz out 3 times, and people still get answers wrong. So how many of these can you remember? How many of them can you get right? And if you've never played this one before, then it is going to be a treat for you. So what I've done is I've gone back in. I'm not re-recording it. I've gone back in and I've clipped. So I've clipped out all the other stuff that goes with the normal quizzes. So there's no shout outs or there's no sort of bits and breaks and stuff. I'll come back in for the recorded bits for the break. But yes, sit back and enjoy 50 questions for you on how people have described as the greatest quiz that I have written. It was quite hard to hear back in 2021 because I was like, how am I going to top that? But we're still here 2 years later. So yeah, sit back and enjoy. See how many of these you can remember. And as always, let us know when you finish. So I'm going to hand over to Jay from 2021.
So, but as always, then, good evening. It is the 11th, did I say? Yeah, 11th of February. Why not? So let's get you started then. Tonight's quiz, we are off and running. Grab your pen and paper. Here we go. We start, as always, with a picture round. Question number 1. So, and this is what I mean by it being social. Let us know when you think you've got the link. If it's going to be incredible if you get it quite early, but let us know when you think you've got the link. So, question number 1. What is the name of the snack pictured here? So, what is the name of the snack pictured here? Question 2. Who is this? So who is this for number 2? I think there should be questions in here for absolutely everyone tonight. When you think you've got the connection, don't let us know what it actually is, but somebody on Twitter looks like they may have an idea. Question 3, or picture number 3. Who is this? So who is this for number 3? Number 4, name the building pictured here. So name the building pictured here. I think if you're writing down ideas to the connection, you're going to be writing them down and going, nope, nope. Number 5, name the band. So name the band for number 5. Number 6, name the film. So name the film from this still image for number 6. Number 7, who is this? So who is this for number 7? Number 8, name the country. So name the country for number 8. Number 9, name the sport. So name the sport for number 9. And number 10, who is this man? So that's your first 10. Remember, all 49 answers across all 5 rounds link together tonight. I am trying so hard not to give away any clues other than the potential visual clues that may be spread around the quiz this evening. Okay, so your entertainment round then, round number 2. Expanded entertainment now, so it's got musicals, books, anything that basically could potentially entertain you. We start with number 1. So, number 1, which American actress was born? Norma Jean Mortensen. So, which American actress was born? Norma Jean Mortensen. Don't worry if you don't know the link yet. The great thing with tonight is you're going to get 30 answers before we actually give you what the connection is. So you've got plenty of time to try and work it out. But keep letting us know when you think you may or may not have it. I just had a message from Beck. She's giggling her head off at some of the suggestions on the hashtag, so keep letting us know. Number 2, William Holden, Alec Guinness, and Jack Hawkins starred in which 1957 epic war movie based on the construction of the Burma Railway? So William Holden, Alec Guinness, and Jack Hawkins starred in which 1957 epic war movie based on the construction of the Burma Railway? Number 3, Holden Caulfield is the central character in which J.D. Salinger novel? So Holden Caulfield is the central character in which J.D. Salinger novel? Number 4, name the song from this. Yeah, I forgot to put this in. Name the song from this lyric. 1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, rock. 5, 6, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, rock. 9, 10, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, rock. So name the song from this. 1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, rock. 5, 6, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, rock. 9, 10, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. Question 5. Tinker Bell, Neverland, and Lost Boys are all things synonymous with which character? So Tinker Bell, Neverland, and Lost Boys are all things synonymous with which character? Number 6, which former singer with the Crickets and Peggy Sue, start again, Jay, which former singer with the Crickets and Peggy Sue singer tragically died in a plane crash along with Ritchie Valens? So I've not really wrote that very well, have I? Which former singer with the Crickets and Peggy Sue singer, who released the song Peggy Sue, tragically died in a plane crash along with Ritchie Valens? Question 7. Who had hits with The Twist, Twist in USA, Teach Me to Twist, and Let's Twist Again? Seriously, did he not think of any other names he could have put in the title? I know before you jump on Twitter and tell me there were loads of other songs this person released. But who had hits with The Twist, Twist in USA, Teach Me to Twist, and Let's Twist Again? I think he done one about Limbo and stuff like that as well. Oh, that's good. I've got Let's Twist Again in my head. Brilliant. Question number 8. Which game show saw contestants solve anagrams and could buy a vowel? So which game show saw contestants solve anagrams and could buy a vowel? Number 9, what name was given to the fanaticism around a certain 60s rock band from Liverpool? So what name was given to the fanaticism around a certain 60s rock band from Liverpool? And finally, number 10. Now, there is one specific I'm looking for, and I checked, but Led Zeppelin, Black Sabbath, and Deep Purple were pioneers of which genre of music? So Led Zeppelin, Black Sabbath, and Deep Purple were pioneers of which genre of music? Okay, so final 10 questions. We'll take a short break next. Oh, sorry, that just lit up my screen then. So, geography round for you for round 3. 10 final questions. Let's see what we've got. Number one. What is the world's most populous country? So, what is the world's most populous country? Question 2. Tonga, Samoa, Fiji, and the Cook Islands lie in which ocean? For purposes of the connections round, I'm looking for a specific part of this ocean, but I will allow a point for certain reasons. Question 3. Seoul is the capital of which country? So Seoul is the capital of which country? Question 4. Birmingham is the most populous city in which American state beginning with the letter A? So I've narrowed it down from the 50. So Birmingham is the most populous city in which American state beginning with the letter A? Question 5. In which country was the horrific dockside explosion in August 2020? Last year. So in which country was the horrific dockside explosion in August 2020? Question 6. CDG is the airport code for which French airport? So CDG is the airport code for which French airport? Number 7. The River Spree runs through the centre of which European capital city? So the River Spree runs through the centre of which European capital city? Question 9. What is the largest country in the world by area? So the largest country in the world by area. So you've had most populous country, now the largest country in the world by area. 2 different answers. Question 9. Which country shares borders with Iran, Pakistan, Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan, and I knew this was going to trip me up. Tajikistan. Yeah. Which country shares borders with Iran, Pakistan, Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan, and Tajikistan? I knew that was going to trip me up. Looking at it all day. And finally, question number 10. What is the capital city of Hungary? So what is the capital city of Hungary?
Okay, so that is your first 30 questions. Now, normally on the live quizzes or the pre-recorded quizzes, we will take a break at this point, but I'm not going to do that because, you know, I don't know how you're playing this with your friends and family. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a minute where I'm just going to talk. It's pretty much, probably won't even be a minute to be fair. So if you do want to have some time to consider your answers and stuff before I go into the answers for before Jay from the past goes into the answers from the first 30. So just pause the video whenever you want about this point, especially if you're syncing it up. Do you want a 3, 2, 1? So I'll give you like, if you're syncing again, so there you go. But yeah, so answers coming up to that first 30. And I remember this at the time when I wrote it, and a lot of you had given me the suggestion, and Beck had given me the suggestion as well. I said, have you done this? I remember when I wrote it at the time, I thought, oh, this is going to be really difficult. I can't, people might get the link, but I'm going to get all the answers. And I remember seeing the scores coming in the break, 30 out of 30, 30 out of 30, 30 out of 30 for the first part of the quiz. So, yeah, here's some answers then. So here coming up is the, start again. Coming up is the answers to the first 30 questions from this quiz. Back to you from 2021, Jay.
Let's go. Okay, so we started then with a picture round number 1. What is the name of the snack? It is hula hoops. Hula hoops for number 1. Number 2, who is this? That is Sugar Ray Leonard. After Tony the Tiger, I managed to remember that picture. I've cropped it. He actually had sugar on his shorts. But I managed to crop it this week. Number 3, who is this? That is Marlon Brando. So Marlon Brando for number 3. Number 4, name the building. Get on the right one. Name the building. That is the Rockefeller Center in New York. Number 5, name the band. That is U2. Someone on Plate of Lego team on Quiz Jockey think it's Jay Flynn and the Glittery Beasts. I'm not quite sure which one you're insinuating I am, but I'll take it. Yeah. Number 6, name the film. It is Psycho. Number 7, who is this? That's John F. Kennedy. Number 8, name the country. That's Iran. Number 9, name the sport. That is the sport of baseball. And number 10, who is this? That is James Dean. Not Jimmy Dean, that's James Dean. Although he was known as Jimmy Dean, but that is actually James Dean. Okay, so round 2 was entertainment. Sorry, that goes back to Madonna and Vogue a couple of weeks ago. Entertainment answers then. Number 1, which actress was born Norma Jean Mortensen? It was Marilyn Monroe. Too far. Number 2, William Holden, Alec Guinness and Jack Hawkins starred in which 1957 epic war movie? Based on the construction of the Burma Railway, it's Bridge over the River Kwai. Number 3, Holden Caulfield is the central character in which J.D. Salinger novel? It's The Catcher in the Rye. Number 4, name the song. 1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, rock, 5, 6, 7 o'clock. I'm not singing the rest of it. 6 o'clock, etc., etc. It was Rock Around the Clock. I think there were enough sort of clocks in there for people to get the hint. And the fact that Rock was there as well. Number 5, Tinkerbell, Neverland, and Lost Boys are all things synonymous with which character? It's Peter Pan. Too far. Number 6, which former singer with the Crickets and Peggy Sue singer tragically died in a plane crash along with Ritchie Valens? It was Buddy Holly. Number 7, who had hits with The Twist, Twist in USA, Teach Me to Twist, and Let's Twist Again? I'm not saying that he dined out on songs called The Twist, but it was Chubby Checker. As I say, he also did a couple of songs about limbo as well. Number 8, which game show saw contestants solve anagrams and could buy a vowel? It's Wheel of Fortune. Oh yeah, I see where some people might have gone with Countdown. But you don't buy a vowel in Countdown, do you? You get given them for free. So no, unfortunately, before anyone sort of jumps on social media and says, what about Countdown? You don't buy vowels in Countdown, I'm afraid. Number 9, what name was given to the fanaticism around a certain 60s rock band from Liverpool? It was Beatlemania. And number 10, Led Zeppelin, Black Sabbath, and Deep Purple were pioneers of which genre of music? It was heavy metal. They are listed as 3 of the big pioneers of heavy metal before it then went on to all kinds of other different metal. So your geography answers then, they looked like this. Number 1, what is the world's most populous country? It's China. So it's currently China. Number 2, Tonga, Samoa, Fiji, and the Cook Islands lie in which ocean? It's the South Pacific. Number 3, Seoul is the capital of which country? It's South Korea. Number 4, Birmingham is the most populous city in which American state beginning with the letter A? It's Alabama. Number 5, in which country was the horrific dockside explosion in August 2020? So it was which country? It was the Lebanon. Beirut, some of you have put that was Beirut's the capital. Number 6, CDG is the airport code for which French airport? It's Charles de Gaulle. Number 7, the River Spree runs through the center of which European capital city? It's Berlin. Number 8, what is the largest country in the world by area? It's Russia. Number 9, which country shares borders with Iran, Pakistan, Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan, and Tajikistan? It is Afghanistan. And finally, number 10, what is the capital city of Hungary? It is Budapest. Love the fact I've just been called a magnificent bar steward. Got the answer, but what a link. Oh, you're more than welcome, Paul.
So there you go. How many of those did you actually remember from 2021 so far? 30 of those questions already done. So yeah, normally at this point with the normal quiz, I'd turn around and say, right, coming up is your connections round. But on this night back in February 2021, I didn't. I went straight into a general knowledge round and then into the final round with the connection to link everything up together. So those 20 questions are coming up now for you. Sit back and enjoy. See how many of these you can remember as well.
I'm going to confuse regular players now. So your next round, normally it's connections round, but your next round is going to be general knowledge. So I'm going to do your general knowledge round now, and then I'm going to finish with the connections round. But obviously connections round, it is all one big thing tonight. So just thought it made sense rather than stick it at the end of this one. So general knowledge round 4, connections round 5. Here we go. He says, there we go. Right. Number 1, who assumed the office of US President after the death of President Roosevelt towards the end of World War II? So, who assumed the office of US President after the death of President Roosevelt towards the end of World War II? Sorry, quiz jockey players, I didn't push the button. It's coming. Question 2. Nicknamed the Yankee Clipper, which baseball player was married to Marilyn Monroe? So, nicknamed the Yankee Clipper, which baseball player was married to Marilyn Monroe? Question 3. Scott, it should have been Scotsman, but Scott John Logie Baird pioneered which household device? So, Scott John Logie Baird pioneered which household device? Question 4. Fusion weapons are fusion weapons and hydrogen bombs, fusion weapons and hydrogen bombs are commonly known by which short name? I can change that as well. Oh, no, I can't. Never mind. So, fusion weapons and hydrogen bombs are commonly known by which short name? Question 5. Who was born Robert Allen Zimmerman? So, who was born Robert Allen Zimmerman? Sorry, the reason I'm laughing is because I've got our quiz group, so between me, Alex, and Bex open, and they're sending me the Twitter trending through. We're at 7. I'll get one of them will send me a message. I don't think we've ever got to number 1 trending in the UK. If we could make it tonight, that would be awesome. Question 6. What is the name of the historical drama film based on the life of T.E. Lawrence? So, what is the name of the historical drama film based on the life of T.E. Lawrence? Question 7. The Kim family have ruled which country since 1948? So the Kim family have ruled which country since 1948? I'm one of these who really wants to go there as well. Whoa, too far. Question 8. What was the surname of Rocky, the only professional boxer to finish his career undefeated? I'm not talking about Rocky Balboa. What was the surname of Rocky, the only professional boxer to finish his career undefeated? Finish career. There are some people who are undefeated that are still boxing, but... where's it gone? Question 9. What name is shared by one of David Beckham's children and a borough of New York? So what name is shared by one of David Beckham's children and a borough of New York? Number 10, the Watergate scandal cost which president his job? He resigned, not because of, yeah. So the Watergate scandal cost which president his job? So your final round then, this is what would normally be round 4, but I've moved it to round 5. This is where it all began. So I'd written this round, and because I know a lot of you have got it now, but I wrote this round and then went, you know what, I can expand this across the whole quiz and have a giggle tonight. So this is where it all started. So this would have been your original connections round if I'd gone without a big one, big sort of long connections. Okay, here we go. Number 1. What is the English equivalent to au revoir? So what is the English equivalent to au revoir? Number 2, who led the Soviet Union through World War II? So who led even the Soviet Union through World War II? That's for you there, Paul in Wales. Question 4. What was the name of the brother of Che Guevara and leader of Cuba from 1965 to 2011? Question 1, don't go too deep onto it. I probably worded it wrong. I think you know what I mean. Question 4. Oh, it's not put the 2 up the top like I wanted. Never mind. E equals mc squared is synonymous with which physicist? So E equals mc squared is synonymous with which physicist? Question 5. Paris is the European home to which American company's theme park? So Paris is the European home to which American company's theme park? Number 7, which Rodgers and Hammerstein, which Rodgers and Hammerstein musical has numbers? I whistle a happy tune, getting to know you, and shall we dance? So which Rodgers and Hammerstein musical has numbers? I whistle a happy tune, getting to know you, and shall we dance? Question 7. What is the name of the canal that connects the Red Sea to the Mediterranean? So what is the name of the canal that connects the Red Sea to the Mediterranean? How many of you are looking at this thinking, I would not have got the connection after these if I'd have just left it at this? Let us know. Question 8. The rapid oxidation of a material in the exothermic chemical process of combustion is known by which 4-letter word? I put big words in and got through it. Try that again. So the rapid oxidation of a material in the exothermic chemical process of combustion is known by which 4-letter word? Question 9. Piano Man and Uptown Girl were hits for which artist? Piano Man, and Uptown Girl were hits for which artist? So finally, question 10. What links every answer, all 49 answers, in tonight's quiz?
Right, your answers then will come up shortly, but if you need a bit more time, just give it a bit of a pause now. If you want to have a consider of your answers. So, the answers will come up shortly from Jay from 2021, from 2 years ago. But I remember, writing a connections quiz on its own, a connection round on its own, is very tricky. But to do a whole 50 question connection round, it's not easy to do. I've spoken to other quizmasters who've just said, when you put this together and you put this out, I think there were jaws dropping from quizmasters who just went, how? It's not something. Most quizzes are put together, maybe over a couple of days if you do it right, and you're not doing, if you've got the ideas, and you can do it in a couple of days. That's how long it normally takes me to write mine. But the connection round, and one I've got coming up in a few months' time, or in a couple of weeks' time, they're not easy to put together. I remember this one did take me quite a while to put together, and when I finished it off a few days before, I was like, this is tricky. It's going to be tricky. But anyway, right, let's hand back to Jay from 2021 to give you the answers for this and see how many of them you remembered.
Okay, so we did general knowledge first. Here we go. Okay, so number one, who assumed the office of US President? Who assumed the office of US President after the death of President Roosevelt towards the end of World War II? It was Harry S. Truman. Number two, nicknamed the Yankee Clipper, which baseball player was married to Marilyn Monroe? It was Joe DiMaggio. Number three, Scott John Logie Baird pioneered which household device? It was the television. Number four, fusion weapons and hydrogen bombs are commonly known by which short name? It's H-bomb. The H-bomb. Yep. Number five, who was born Robert Allen Zimmerman? It was Bob Dylan. Number six, what is the name of the historical drama film based on the life of T.E. Lawrence? It was Lawrence of Arabia. Number seven, the Kim family have ruled which country since 1948? It's North Korea. I think it's that curiosity of not actually knowing what's going on, behind the walls. And I didn't realize you can visit North Korea and you get guided tours and stuff. So number eight, what was the surname of Rocky, the only professional boxer to finish his career undefeated? 9% of people put Balboa on Quiz Jockey, even though I did say it's not Rocky Balboa. It's Rocky Marciano. I think I pronounced that right. Number nine, what name is shared by one of David Beckham's children and the borough of New York? It's Brooklyn. Number 10, the Watergate scandal cost which president his job? It was Richard Nixon. Then we finished off with connections round. Here we go. If you're waiting to find out what the connection was, here we go. Number one. So this is what the connections round started off as tonight. What is the English equivalent to au revoir? Goodbye. Number two, who led the Soviet Union through World War II? It was Joseph Stalin. Number three, what was the name of the brother of? I've put brother a lot, but a couple of people have messaged me and said, he wasn't brothers, but I'm sure I read it somewhere and I've put the question together. But anyway, you knew who I meant. It was Fidel Castro. If it wasn't brothers, I do apologize. Number four, E equals MC squared. It wouldn't have been a quiz without a mistake of mine somewhere. E equals MC squared is synonymous with which physicist? It's Albert Einstein. Number 5, Paris is the European home to which American company's theme park? It's Disneyland. Number 6, which Rodgers and Hammerstein musical has numbers I Whistle a Happy Tune, Getting to Know You, and Shall We Dance? It's The King and I. Number 7, no, hang on, where am I up to here? Oh, I've gone a bit too far. Number 7, what is the name of the canal that connects the Red Sea to the Mediterranean? It's the Suez Canal. Number 8, the rapid oxidation of a material in the exothermic chemical process of combustion is known by which 4-letter word? It's fire. Number 9, Piano Man and Uptown Girl were hits for which artist? It was Billy Joel. Which means number 10. However you've written this, however you've done, you can have variations on this. I don't know how you've got it, but what links every answer, all 49 answers in the quiz tonight, they are all things mentioned in the song We Didn't Start the Fire by Billy Joel. I've got to say a massive thank you. So however you've written that, if you've written We Didn't Start the Fire, if you've written they're in, you know, however you've written that and worked that out, you can have the point for it. But that is where I've got to say a big thank you. There was so many people who have sent me a message over the last few weeks and said, you've got to do, you know, if you need an idea for a connection round, what about We Didn't Start the Fire? And like I said, I started that last 10 questions you've just seen there is what it started as. And then when I realized how many things are in there, I thought, you know what, this could be a whole quiz and link them all together. So there we go. We Didn't Start the Fire by Billy Joel. And also to Bex as well, because Bex came up, she sent me a message and went, have you done this yet? And I thought, oh, actually, it's not a bad shout. Few of you, there's too many of you to mention by name, but if you did send it in, just scream about it when you put your scores up. Say, yep, we sent this as a recommendation for a connections round.
So there we go. It was Billy Joel, We Didn't Start the Fire. If you hadn't played that before and, you know, it's the first time you've seen it, so there we go. I didn't want to give away too many clues in the lead up before we gave away the answers. I remember this brilliantly back at when I did it. If you go on to YouTube and you search for Billy Joel, We Didn't Start the Fire, and you find the official video to it, there were comments on there and people were screenshotting it and sending it to me. There were comments on there from people who had gone straight there from the quiz to go and comment and listen to the song, and you know, apparently it did jump up a little bit in terms of views and stuff, which I thought was quite cool, and just showed sort of the power a little bit of the quiz back then in 2021. The people commenting, "I'm only here because of Jay's virtual pub quiz," and I thought it was quite funny. Some of those comments. I've not been on actually for a while. Probably should go and have another look. I might have a look after this goes out. Anyway, thank you very, very much. This is just part 1 of 7 of our 3-year anniversary celebrations. I've got loads more things coming up for you over this week. We'll take a look back at some of the guests that we've had on. Very interesting thing. I was talking to a few people about this and about the different people that we've had sort of co-present the quiz. And a lot of the time people said, you know, it didn't matter. You know, we weren't here for, you know, some of those people that you brought on. It was for you and the quiz. You know, it was a nice addition. But, you know, it was always about you, which was quite nice to hear, especially with some of the names that we had. So we'll be having a look at those. Yes, as well, many people have mentioned, they've said, if you've got loads of pre-recorded videos looking back on the last 3 years, does that mean that we're going to be getting some of those moments? Yes, there'll be some of those moments as well. Some of those faux pas that I've accidentally, you know, given the wrong things to. So we'll be having a look back at that as well, along with some other bits and pieces, plus 3 live quizzes as well. Thursday, Saturday and Sunday, 3 live quizzes to celebrate out 3 years of Jay's virtual quiz. So yeah, from me for tonight, thank you very much for joining us and revisiting Billy Joel and We Didn't Start the Fire. Do you know what? I'd love to meet him and sort of tell him that he'd been turned into a full-blown YouTube virtual quiz. I wonder if he knows. I wonder if someone did tell him. Need to find out. Do any of you know Billy Joel? See if he knows. That's it from me. We'll see you soon. As always from me, take care. Let me know how you did get on. Again, second time round. And I'll see you soon. As always from me, take care. Stay safe.